месяцев.
For me, it doesn't
Для меня
matter. It's
это
no
не имеет
penance for me
значения,
because I
это не
have no
эпидемия
tongue
для
at
меня,
all,
потому что у меня совсем нет языка,
no taste
нет
buds. I can
вкусовых
manage.
рецепторов. Я могу сделать это.
So whatever you like too much.
Так что все, что
I
вам
love
не
to
нравится
have that.
слишком,
You see,
мне
especially
нравится, вы
here
понимаете.
I've
В
seen
особенности
if you
здесь
see
я
good food
наблюдала,
or
что если вы видите хорошую еду, то сразу
Now,
так,
it's as cold as ice.
холодный
Should
как
I have
лед.
it?
Я могу
I can,
выпить его.
if you want.
Я могу,
It's
если
rather
хотите.
cold. I think you would
Довольно
like to give me
холодный. Я
hot,
думаю,
all
что
right.
вы захотите дать мне
I
горячий.
don't mind having
Я не
it.
возражаю.
All right.
Хорошо.
So now, what you have to do
Итак,
is to
что вы
have
должны делать, это иметь
a kind
некоторый вид
of self-directed discipline,
самодисциплины,
Self-directed.
направленной на
not
себя,
on others.
не на других, направленную на себя.
Self-directed. Do I meditate in the morning?
Медитировал ли я сегодня
don't.
утром? Нет.
So what's wrong with
Тогда
me?
что не в порядке со
I'm
мной?
supposed to be a
Я
surgeon.
считаю себя сахаджи-йогом.
Nobody has to
Никто
tell
не
you.
должен говорить вам.
You yourself.
Вы сами
should
должны
do
делать
this
это
to
по
you.
отношению к себе.
You're fond of food?
Вам нравится
All
еда?
right, doesn't matter.
Хорошо,
I'll fast
не имеет
for 2
значения. Я
days.
буду
No, fasting is
голодать 2
allowed in
дня.
surgery, all right.
Не голодать позволено
But
в сахаджи-йоге, это
fasting for
нормально.
detachment is
Но
all right.
голодание для
Not for
непривязанности
God's
тоже
sake, for your
нормально.
sake.
Не для пользы Бога, но для своей пользы вы делаете это.
I like
Мне
a
нравится
particular type of cake, all
определенное
right, I'll not
пирожное.
have it.
Хорошо, я откажусь от этого.
I'll not have it for
Не
1
буду
year.
есть его
But no,
1 год.
people have to give up, then
Но
they'll
нет,
give up
когда
something
людям
like rhubarb.
нужно отказаться от чего-либо, они отказываются от чего-либо несущественного.
So one should not be
Так что
cunning
не
about
нужно
it. You
хитрить
should
в
not be
этом.
cunning
Вы
with
не должны
yourself.
хитрить самим собой.
So what you have to do
Что вы
is
должны
to
делать? Это
see
видеть,
that
куда
where does this
направляется
mind-
ваш ум,
what is the attraction?
что его привлекает.
I mean,
Я имею в виду, что
even
даже
now I
сейчас
find
я нахожу,
some
что
people are
некоторые
like
люди,
Romeo
как
and Juliet,
Ромео и Джульетты,
still
вы
living in
понимаете,
that area of
все еще
Romeo and
живут в
Juliet.
этой области Ромео
Get
и
out of
Джульет. Уйдите оттуда.
Nonsense.
Бессмыслица.
Get out of that
Уйдите
kind
от
of
этого вида вещей.
doesn't
Это
mean
не
you
означает,
become
что вы
dry
становитесь
personality.
сухой
Another
личностью.
extreme
Другая крайность
can
может
be
быть
that
то, что вы становитесь
just
как
be like
палки.
sticks. That's
Это
not the
неверно.
point. But
Но вы
you should not
не должны потакать таким
indulge
вещам.
into these things. These are all
Это все
artificial.
искусственные вещи.
So a tapa
Так
is
что
to be
необходимо
established.
установить внутри себя тапас, самодисциплину.
Now, those who talk too much
Те,
should
кто говорит
stop
слишком
talking.
много, должны
Absolutely
перестать
mauna
говорить.
is very
Абсолютно. Мауна.
much. Mauna is
Есть
the treatment for
и
such
ладж.
people. Just
Мауна
don't
это
talk.
лечение для таких людей. Просто
Those
не
who do
говорите.
not talk,
Те, кто не говорит,
most of the Englishmen
большинство
don't talk,
английских
women
мужчин
talk
не
too
говорит.
much.
Женщины говорят
It's a
слишком
fact.
много. Это
I've
факт.
seen on a-
Наблюдала.
any
Посмотрите
interview,
любое
you see the
интервью.
woman will
Женщина
talk first.
будет говорить
This
первыми.
constable lady
Эта
died, her
женщина,
mother was
констебль,
talking in India, her
умерла,
mother would
но
not
ее
be
мать
in a
говорила,
position
в
to
Индии
talk,
мать
you
не
know.
будет в
Father
такой
was
ситуации
sitting
говорить. Отец сидел молча.
Just can't
Невозможно
imagine.
себе
In India,
представить,
supposing
в Индии, если
child
предположить,
dies like that, you see, the
предположить,
mother
что
would
ребенок
be
так
absolutely
умер, вы
sobbing
понимаете, мать будет
in a
совершенно
mess. She
рыдать
won't
в
be
горе.
talking here. The
Она не
woman
будет
was
говорить.
talking. We were so
Здесь
surprised.
женщина говорила.
You
Мы
see,
были
the
очень
women
удивлены. Женщины
talk too
слишком
much.
много говорят, мужчины
Men
не
just
говорят.
don't. They are not supposed
Я
to talk.
думаю, что не предполагается, чтобы они говорили. Они
They
просто
just keep
молчат.
quiet. At the most, they might be
Самое
slapping.
большое,
I
это
don't
они
know what
могут
they-
ударить.
So what we have to do is
Так,
to
что
teach
нам
ourselves
необходимо делать, это
that
учить самих себя.
if our tongue talks too
Что если
much,
наш
then
язык
we
слишком
better
много
keep quiet.
болтает, тогда нам лучше
If
молчать.
We do not talk,
Если
we
мы
better
не
talk.
говорим, то нам
We should
лучше
teach
говорить.
ourselves how to
Мы
talk.
должны
Now go
научить
and talk
себя,
to
как
the
говорить.
sea,
Идите,
go and
говорите
talk
с
to
морем,
some
идите,
tree,
говорите
go
с
and talk to someone
каким-нибудь
like
деревом,
that. Or
идите с
best is to
кем-нибудь
talk to
говорите,
me,
или лучше всего говорите со мной,
to my
с
photograph.
моей фотографией.
So that's how
Так
you
вы
achieve
достигнете некоторого
a kind of a
контроля над
control
вашим
over your
языком.
tongue.
Говорите
to talk sweetly.
приятно.
Some people
Некоторые
have
люди
to go
должны
through
пройти
penance
через
for that.
эпидемию для этого.
For them to
Для
talk
них говорить
sweetly
приятно,
is like
как
taking rhubarb again.
послушать снова рубаб.
They just can't
Они просто
talk
не могут говорить приятно.
just
Просто не могут.
sarcasm. You see
Сарказм.
that in
Вы
that
понимаете,
sarcasm
в
they
этом
have a
сарказме
special,
они находят особое удовольствие.
special pleasure. Try to say
Попытайтесь
something
сказать что-нибудь
sweet.
приятное.
You can be
Вы
humorous
можете
without
быть с
being
юмором, без
sarcastic.
сарказма.
Humor is the
Юмор —
best
это
way.
самый лучший путь.
What is the need
Что
to
за
be
необходимость
sarcastic?
быть
There's no
саркастичным?
need at all.
Вообще
It's a
нет
sign
никакой
of
необходимости. Я
cowardliness.
думаю, это сарказм, это
It's a
признак
sign that you want to hurt others,
трусости.
but
Это
you are
признак,
not
что вы
staying
хотите
for.
сделать больно другим, но вы
So
боитесь
try to
сказать
avoid
сказать это
sarcastic
напрямую.
talking.
Так что
If you are
постарайтесь избежать
sarcastic, better
сарказма.
tell
Если
your
вы
tongue to behave
саркастичны,
itself.
лучше скажите вашему языку вести себя хорошо.
So little
Так что небольшое
disciplining towards
дисциплинирование по
yourself,
отношению к себе,
punishment, what you
то, что вы
call, or
называете
the
наказанием
tapa, the
или
penance has to
тапасией,
work out.
или епитимией, должно
Now, people
сработать.
have so many ways
Сейчас у людей очень много
seeing things.
вариантов
Some men
смотреть
want
на
to see
все.
women all
Некоторые
the
мужчины
time.
все время
Some
хотят
women
смотреть на
want to see
женщин,
men all the time.
некоторые женщины
Or
хотят все время смотреть на
clothes, or
мужчин,
anything.
или на одежду, или на
Now
что-то
the
еще.
difference is that
Разница в
when
том,
you
что если
see
вы
something,
смотрите на
it
что-то,
reacts.
вы реагируете.
the difference between my
Разница между мной,
looking at anything
тем,
is
как я смотрю на
that
что-то,
that
то
reacts.
реагирует.
When I look at you, your
Когда я
kundalini.
смотрю на вас, ваша
When I
кундалини
look at
реагирует.
this,
Когда я
it gets
смотрю на
vibrated.
это становится
Kataksha,
вибрированным.
kataksha. Every
Катакша.
eye,
Каждый взгляд.
kataksha, really?
Катакша.
Every
Каждый взгляд
glance, every glance makes the
заставляет
thing react, and
вещи
nirikshana
реагировать.
means
А
I know what.
нирикшана означает, что я
I know
знаю,
what.
что это такое.
Just looking at a
Просто
person, I
взглянув
know
на
what
человека,
it
я
is.
знаю, каков
Looking
он.
at a
Взглянув
thing, I
на
know
вещь,
what
я
it is.
знаю, какая
Nirikshana.
она. Нирикшана.
But the whole thing is in the memory.
Но все
there,
это
see.
находится там, в
Like we were
памяти.
going and they said
Как
we
когда
have
мы
only
гуляли,
black
и они
stones.
сказали,
I
что
said,
у
no,
них
you
там
have
только
red
одни
also. He
черные
said,
камни. Я
where
сказал,
do
нет,
you know?
у
So I
вас
told
есть
them exact
также и
spot
красные.
where
Они
to get the
сказали,
red
где?
stones.
Вы
He said, how do
знаете?
you know that?
Так что я сказал ему
I said, we
точное
passed
место,
that
где
way
можно найти такие
about
камни. Он
8
сказал,
days back,
откуда вы
and I know
знаете,
there are
мать?
red
Я ответила,
stones.
мы
So
проходили этим путем
everything I
примерно
see
8 лет назад. Я
gets
знаю, что там
vibrated,
красные камни.
and also
Так что
I
все, на что я
note
смотрю, становится вибрированным.
what
И
is
также
there
отмечаю, что находится
and
там,
is all
и все
ready
находится
there
там в
to be
готовности,
used
чтобы
at a proper time.
использовать в нужное время.
But what do I do?
Но что я делаю?
What do I do?
Что я делаю?
I do
Я
nothing.
ничего не делаю.
I do
Я
nothing. I don't
Ничего не
think.
делаю, я не
I don't
думаю,
plan.
я не планирую.
Everything that you do, I
Все,
do.
что вы делаете, я не делаю.
So when you
Так
have
что,
that
когда
kind
у вас
of
будет
a
этот вид характера,
temperament, you'll be
вы будете
amazed.
поражены
The amount of
тому количеству
dynamism that
динамизма,
will work it
который
out.
будет
You
это
don't
делать.
have to
Вам не нужно
Create a
создавать
dynamo.
динамо.
It's inside
Оно
you.
внутри
Let
вас.
it work.
Позвольте этому работать.
Today I had told
Сегодня
Gavin
я
that I
сказал
won't have
Гавину,
so
что я
much
не
of a
хочу
puja, but
проводить
I'll
большую
talk.
пуджу. Но
Because
что я
puja
буду
is
говорить,
alright,
потому
it
что
talks
пуджа
for
это
itself,
хорошо,
I
она
say.
говорит сама за себя.
But I wanted
Но
to
я
talk to
хотела
you
поговорить
because
с вами,
now the
потому
time
что
has
пришло
come for
время для
us
нас
to go.
идти дальше.
As a result of
И в
all
результате
this,
всего этого,
all this that when you
всего этого и того,
you become the
что вы
truth.
делаете,
You become the truth.
то, что вы становитесь истинной, вы становитесь истинной.
So in every
В
chakra, if
каждой
you
чакре, если
concentrate
вы
and use
сконцентрируетесь
the
и
chakra
используете
to
чакру
detach
для того, чтобы
yourself
стать
from the
непривязанными к определенному
particular
качеству
quality
этой
of that chakra.
чакры.
Like now, for
Возьмем
example,
для примера
Nabi
Наби
chakra
чакру,
does
которая
the
отвечает
digestion.
за пищеварение.
Now you don't worry
Сейчас
what
вы не
you will,
беспокойтесь о
you
том,
should eat
что вы должны
to
есть
digest.
для пищеварения.
Just detach
Просто
yourself from
сделайте себя
there.
непривязанным
With
в
vibrations,
этом,
if
с
you
помощью
just see
вибраций,
and eat
если вы
whatever
просто
is there,
смотрите и едите.
you will digest.
Что бы там ни было, вы переварите.
And then
И
you
тогда
become
вы
the
станете
truth.
истинной.
Truth, that is
Истинной,
love,
которая есть
that is
любовь,
God.
которая есть Бог.
May God bless you.
Да благословит вас Бог. Гавин, ты приготовил все для полной пуджи, то, что мне нравится. Конечно, я рассказала вам сейчас о яйце, потому что вы все стали птенцами уже. Вам нужно только расти. Это все. Вы разбиваете так много яиц каждый день. Не так ли? Пасха – это празднование нашего дня рождения, когда мы стали птицами из яйца, из скорлупы. Так что Пасха – это мы празднуем наш день рождения, нашей реализации. И каждый день мы должны расти с нашего дня рождения.
In a human form,
В
you
физической
decrease
форме
your
вы
age
уменьшаете ваш
as
возраст,
your
когда
birthday comes.
приходит ваш день рождения.
But with this,
Но
you
с
increase your
помощью
age.
этого вы увеличиваете ваш
And you're
возраст.
proud
И
that
вы
you are growing.
гордитесь тем, что вы растете.
At the human
На
level,
человеческом
you feel
уровне вы
unhappy
чувствуете
that
себя
you are
несчастным
growing.
от того, что вы становитесь взрослым.
Here you
А
feel
здесь
proud
вы
that you are.
гордитесь тем, что вы
Just the opposite
взрослеете.
of what
Просто
you are doing, if
противоположное
you try
тому,
to do it,
что вы делаете.
it will be
Если вы
nice.
попытаетесь сделать это, будет хорошо.
I mean, that doesn't mean
Я имею в
again
виду,
in
это
this
снова
speech,
не
you know.
означает неразборчивость,
I'm
вы
quite worried
знаете.
on
Я
that
несколько
point.
обеспокоена этим.
Discretion is the
Способность
first
различать — это
thing that
самое
you should
первое,
have
что
before.
должно быть у вас.
Now, if you have any
Если у вас
questions, you
есть
can ask
какой-нибудь
me
вопрос, вы
for
можете
about 5-10
спросить
minutes
меня. У
till I
нас
take
есть
my tea,
5-10
and then
минут,
we'll
пока
have
я
a little
пью чай, а потом у нас будет пуджа.
Yes, better have it before the puja and then, or
Лучше
after
это
the puja.
после пуджи будет лучше.
Whatever you say.
Как вы хотите?
Huh? After.
После пуджи.
All right. Hmm? Naveen has got the point. What is there when I'm
Ну, что
taking?
тут такого особенного, что я пью чай?
This I have to do just to please you, see?
Это я делаю только для того, чтобы вам было приятно.
We don't feel thirsty anymore now.
Huh? Expression.
Yes, ma'am. We don't feel thirsty anymore now. You're drinking.
You are an expert. All of you. Such photographs, I tell you.
Такая фотография, должна вам
I
сказать.
myself amazed at
Я сама
myself.
поражена.
Imagine the tulips are
Представьте
out
себе,
at
что
this time and they just look
тюльпаны
like
в это время
their buds
должны
look like
выглядеть как
these eggs only.
яйца. Они должны быть закрыты. А они открыты.
How much they've opened since you came?
Huh?
How much they've opened out since you came?
How much?
These were closed, ma'am.
Oh, they
Они
must.
были
You don't know.
закрыты. Они
They
должны
react
быть закрыты. Да, они реагируют на меня.
Sri Ganesha is very sweetly made there.
Шри Ганеша очень приятный там.
So now what is the procedure, Gavin? Now don't you everything to me. Now let me see
Давайте
how many have not seen me
посмотрим,
before.
сколько
I mean,
человек
before
не
I
видело
came
меня
to the airport.
раньше. Я имею в виду до того, как я приехал в аэропорт.
Put your hands up.
Поднимите ваши руки.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3. Четыре.
what are these? Just take out the sun is very kind.
Солнце
America
очень
is having a
приятно.
bad time.
Вы знаете, в Америке
Very bad
трудные
time.
времена, очень трудные времена.
Absolutely.
Абсолютно.
Yeah. You are lucky people.
You are with us.
Вы счастливые люди, да, потому что вы с нами.
Now, what I would suggest that Haripal Badu, you can be the part of that I said today, blessed are those. And by that time you can just wash my feet. That's the only time you can wash my feet. Who will do that? You can have the parents of the, there are 12 of them, the children are right, so I don't know what to say also. Huh?
The fathers could do your puja. The fathers could do your puja. And the mothers can bring the children
Oh,
for the
fathers.
christening.
All right. The fathers of these 12 children. Where's the list is with you? Read it out. The name of the fathers. The fathers should come, and the mothers could be there. Yes, all the fathers.
Mark, Peter, Pat, Simon, Marcus, Eduardo and Cristina are in Italy, sorry.
And it's all right.
John, David, Ian, Rodrigo, Lois, and Christian.
John and Ian. Pat is he there?
Pat,
Ah.
Mark,
There are 12, so you should have 11 of them.
11 is.
Now, are you 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 6, 7, 8, 9. There are only 9. 9 of them. 10?
Christian should be around.
Please.
Chris, he should be there.
He's there. Yes.
I saw him this morning.
He's here.
Oh yeah, that's it.
You forgot you'll become a father? So much detached. That's a good sign. So I think we can have you in 2 rows or something. So put the thing here. That's just I mean, then you can read that English thing about Christ. Huh? Okay, yes, that one, the translation. And they can wash my feet, that's all, that's sufficient. We'll put the water. You bring the water. But then you can come and help me. Both of you come. Alright. Just now, 4 of you can come first of all. Come on, you 4. Having started. Should we do it two each? Alright, 2 each. Let's do 2 each.
Udevashi, the egg born of Mula Prakriti that was floating in the waters for a period equal to the life period of
I think you
Brahma.
better take the mic in your hand because nobody is listening. Hearing it. Come this side.
Narayana said, O Devashi, the egg born of Mula Prakriti that was floating in the waters for a period equal to the life period of Brahma, now in the fullness of time separated into 2 parts. Within that egg there was a powerful child, lustrous like 1,000 millions of suns. This child could not suck mother's milk, as it was forsaken by her. So being tired of hunger, the child for a moment cried repeatedly. That child that will become the lord of countless Brahmandas, that is, universes, now an orphan having no father nor mother, began to look upwards from the waters. This boy came to be denominated afterwards by the name of Mahavirat, when he became gross and grosser. As there is nothing finer than radium, so there is nothing grosser than Mahavirat. The power of this Mahavirat, 1/16 of that of Sri Krishna, the highest self. But this boy, born of the Prakriti Radha, is the sole stay of all this universe, and he is denominated by the name of Mahavishnu. In his every pore countless universes are existing, so much so that even Sri Krishna could not count them. If it were possible to count the number of the dust particles, it is impossible to count the number of the universes. So there are endless Brahmas, Vishnus and Maheshwaras. In every Brahmanda there is Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha. Each Brahmanda extends from Patala to the Brahmaloka. The abode of Vaikuntha is higher than that is situated outside of Brahmanda. Again, the abode of Goloka is 50 koti yojanas, that's 50 by 10 by 4 by 2 million miles, higher than Vaikuntha. This Goloka Dhamma is eternal and real, as Sri Krishna is eternal and real. This world, composed of the 7 islands, is surrounded by the 7 oceans. 49 Upadvipas, smaller islands adjacent to them, exist here. Besides, there are countless mountains and forests. Higher than this earth is the Brahma Loka with 7 heavens, and below this are the 7 Patalas. This is the bounding limit of a Brahmanda. Just above this earth there is the Burloka. Above is Bhuvar Loka, then Svar Loka, then Janar Loka, then Tapar Loka.
See now. I told you about all of them today.
And then Satya Loka, and above that is Brahma Loka. The splendor of Brahma Loka is like that of molten gold, but all the substances, whether outside or inside this Brahma Loka, are transient. When this Brahmanda, the cosmos, dissolves, everything dissolves and is destroyed. All are temporary, like bubbles of water.
The Satya Loka is up to the Sanskara, and beyond that is Brahma Loka.
Only Goloka and Vaikuntha are eternal. In every pore of this Mahavirat is existing one Brahmanda. What to speak of others, even Krishna cannot count the number of these Brahmandas. In every Brahmanda there is Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesha. O child Narada, in every Brahmanda the number of the gods is 3 koti, or 30 millions. Some of them are Dikpatis, the regents of the quarters. Some are Dikpalas, the rulers of the quarters. Some are asterisms and some are planets. In the Burloka there are 4 Varnas, Brahmins and so on, the 4 states. In the Patalas there are Nagas. Thus the universe exists composed of movable and non-movable things. This is Brahmanda Vivriti. O Narada, now the Virat Purusha began to look up to the skies again and again, but he could not see anything within that egg except the void. Then, distressed with hunger, he cried out repeatedly and became merged in anxiety. Next moment, getting back his consciousness, he began to think of Krishna, the highest person, and saw there at once the eternal light of Brahma. He saw there his form as deep blue, like a new rain cloud, with 2 bands, 2 hands, a garment of yellow colour, a sweet smile on his face, flute in his hand, and he seemed to be very anxious to show his grace to his devotees. Looking at the Lord, his father, the boy became glad and smiled. The Lord, the bestower of boon, granted him boons appropriate for that moment. O child, let you possess knowledge like me. Let your hunger and thirst vanish. Let you be the holder of innumerable Brahmandas till the time of Pralaya, the universal dissolution. Be without any selfishness, be fearless and the bestower of boons to all. Let not old age, death, disease, sorrow, nor any other ailings afflict thee. Thus saying, he repeated thrice on his ear, the six-lettered great mantra, Om Krishnaya Svaha, worshipped by the Vedas with their Amgas, the giver of desires and the destroyer of all troubles and calamities. O Brahma's son, thus giving the mantra, Sri Krishna arranged for his fooding thus. In every universe, whatever offerings will be given to Sri Krishna, 1/16 of that will go to Narayana, the Lord of Vaikuntha, and 15/16 is to go to this boy, the Virat. Sri Krishna did not allot any share for himself. Himself transcending all the gunas and full, he is always satisfied with himself. What necessity is there for any further offerings? Whatever the people offer with devotion, the Lord of Lakshmi, the Virat, eats all these. Bhagavan Sri Krishna, giving thus to the Virat the boon and the mantra, said, O child, say what more you desire, I will give you that instantly. The Virat boy, hearing thus the words of Sri Krishna, spoke, O thou omnipresent, I have got no desires whatever, save this, that as long as I live, whether for a short time or for a long time, let me have pure bhakti towards thy lotus feet. In this world he is Jivan Mukta, liberated while living, who is your bhakta, and that bewildered fool is dead while living, who is devoid of any bhakti to thee. What needs he to perform japam, asceticism, sacrifice, worship, holding fasts and observances, going to sacred places of pilgrimage and other virtuous acts, if he be without any bhakti to Sri Krishna? Vain is his life who is devoid of any devotion to Sri Krishna, under whose grace he has obtained his life, and whom he does not now pay homage and worship. He is endowed with Shakti as long as Atma resides in his body. No sooner the Atma departs from his body, all the Shaktis accompany him. O Great One, and thou art the universal Atman who transcends Prakriti, who is all will, the primeval person, and of the nature of the highest light. O child, thus saying, the Virat boy remained silent. Sri Krishna then spoke in sweet words. O child, let you remain as fresh as ever, like me. You will not have any fall, even if innumerable Brahmas pass away. Let you divide yourself in parts and turn into smaller Virats in every universe. Brahma will spring from your navel and will create the cosmos. Of that Brahma will spring 11 Rudras for the destruction of the creation. But they will all be parts of Shiva. The Rudra named Kalagni of these 11 Rudras will be the destroyer of all this Visvas, the cosmos. Besides, from each of your subdivisions the Vishnu will originate, and that Bhagavan Vishnu will be the preserver of this Vishvu, the world. I say that, under my favor, you will always be full of bhakti towards me, and no sooner you meditate on me, you will be able to see my lovely form. There is no doubt in this, and your mother who resides in my breast will not be difficult for you to see. Let you remain here in ease and comfort. I go now to Goloka. Saying thus, Sri Krishna, the Lord of worlds, disappeared. Going to his own abode, he spoke instantly to Brahma and Shankara, skilled in the works of creation and destruction. O child Brahma, go quickly and be born in the parts from the navels of each of the smaller Virat that will arise from the pores of the great Virat. O child Mahadeva, go and be born in part from the forehead of each Brahma in every universe for the destruction of the creation. But be careful that you not forget, and perform austerities for a long, long time. O son of the Creator Brahma, thus saying, the Lord of the universe remained silent. Brahma and Shiva, the auspicious, bowing to the Lord, went to their own duties. On the other hand, the great Virat that lay floating in the waters of the Brahmanda sphere created from his every pore each smaller Virat. That youth, Janardhan, of the form of the great cosmos, wearing yellow garment of the bluish-green color of the durba grass, lay sleeping, pervading everywhere. Brahma took his birth in his navel. He then, after his birth, began to travel in that navel lotus and in the stem of the lotus for 1 lakh yugas. but he could not find out the place whence the lotus or its stem had sprung up. O Narada, then your father became very anxious and came back to his former place and began to meditate the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Then in meditation, with his introspective eye, he first saw the small Virat, then the endless great Virat lying on the watery bed, in whose pores the universes are existing. And then he saw the god Sri Krishna in Goloka with Gopas and Gopis. He then began to praise the Lord of Goloka, when he granted boons to your father, and he began to do the work of creation. From the mind of your father were born first Sanaka and other brothers, and then from his forehead 11 Rudras sprang. Then from the left side of that small Virat lying on the bed of waters, the 400 Vishnu Bhagavan, the preserver of the universe, came. He went to Shveta Dvipa, where he remained. Then your father became engaged in creating this universe, movable and non-movable, composed of 3 worlds, heaven, earth, and Patala, in the navel of that small Virat Purusha. O Narada, thus from the pores of that great Virat, each universe has sprung, and in every universe there is one small Virat, one Brahma, one Vishnu, and one Shiva, and Shanaka, and others. O best of twice-born, thus I have described the glories of Krishna that gave exceeding pleasure and moksha. Now say what more you want to hear. Here ends the